So the fight of the decade is finally here between Errol Spence and Crawford. We only a few hours removed from them getting to Rumble. There's no secret, this is the fight we all have been waiting for the past 5 years. And it's finally here. Therefore, go ahead and get your popcorns ready because it's going down like a plane crash. Do not blink. That's the type of fight this is. Now, throughout the lead up to this fight, everyone was asking me what was my prediction for the fight. Well, here it is. My prediction is that Crawford is going to knock out Errol Spence in the later rounds with a right hook that Errol Spence is not going to see coming when Errol Spence either goes to the body or throws an uppercut. What's tricky about this fight is that Crawford always depends on turning Super Saiyan by switching southpaw. However, we never seen him against another elite pound-for-pound southpaw, such as Errol Spence, which that may make a difference because Errol Spence has arguably the best jab in boxing and he's going to keep it at Crawford's face all night long. So just because I'm picking Crawford doesn't mean Errol Spence can't beat Crawford or this is not a 50-50 fight, because this is the definition of a 50-50 fight. If there's anybody that could beat Crawford, stylistically, it will be Errol Spence. However, I just can't see Errol Spence going 12 rounds with Crawford going to distance with the amount of volume punches he throws and the aggression he brings to the table. Eventually, Errol Spence is going to get caught because he's going to give Crawford too many chances not to. The million-dollar question is Errol Spence going to be able to take Crawford punch? Is he going to be able to take Crawford best punch? More importantly, is Errol Spence going to be able to avoid getting caught with the shots he don't see coming from Crawford? See, this is ultimately how Crawford usually hurts his opponents, is with the shot they don't see coming. Not necessarily with the shot they see coming. You could embrace yourself for that. Crawford specializes in catching his opponents with the shots they don't see. So ultimately, the ultimate factor for this fight is Errol Spence's ability to avoid getting caught with the shots he don't see coming from Crawford. If he can do that, he can beat Crawford. See, we all know Errol Spence has an iron chin. He's going to be able to take the shots he see coming. What he has to worry about is getting caught with something he don't see coming. That's what's going to determine if Errol Spence is going to be able to take the shot or not. Therefore, it's not a matter of Errol Spence being able to take Crawford's best shot, but more importantly, being able to see Crawford's best shot coming, even if he gets caught with it. Seeing it coming is what matters. Now, as far as the fight itself, the keys to victory for Crawford is for him to box and use his angles. Stay on the pivot. If Crawford can utilize the angles and stay on the pivot, he's going to give Errol Spence all of the problems in the world. However, if Errol Spence is able to close the gap and force an inside fight, eventually he's going to break Crawford down, even though Crawford can fight himself in the pocket. However, that's Errol Spence's P's and Q's. Errol Spence can box on the back foot himself. However, that would be Crawford P's and Q's. But one thing I would say about both of these fighters, they usually beat their opponents at their own game, especially Crawford. So Crawford can use Errol Spence's aggression against him, meaning he could set a trap and bait Errol Spence in the pocket in order to catch him with the check hook or an uppercut when Errol Spence goes to the body. I remember Shawn Porter, he had an effective strategy against Errol Spence. He left his body open, baiting Errol Spence to go to the body. That's when he will explode upstairs with a counter. That's how Porter managed to catch Errol Spence a couple of times. Clean too. So that's a strategy Crawford can replicate, especially with his power. He can end the fight if he catches Errol Spence with something he don't see coming. Now, even though Errol Spence has great recovery ability, however, on the other side coin of that, Crawford is also one of the best finishers in boxing, if not the best. He has that killer instinct. We've seen that with Shawn Porter. But one thing for sure, Errol Spence is not going down without a fight, which that's what's going to make this fight a legendary one. This is all going to come down to who has the better game plan and can make better adjustments on the fly. Because both of these fighters are so great that their attributes cancel each other out. On one hand, Crawford is one of the best counterpunchers in the world. He's a knockout counterpuncher where he can end your night with one punch. On the other hand, Errol Spence varies his offense so well whenever he's leading. Errol Spence likes to lead. He likes to be first and in control. On the other hand, Crawford, he likes to wait and counterpunch. People always talk about Errol Spence's insane body work, how he's the best body puncher in boxing. However, that's when it comes to leading. But when it comes to counterpunching to the body, the best counterpuncher in the sport to the body is Crawford. So they both go to the body in different ways too, which this is what makes this fight so unique. We haven't seen this much skill in the ring for over, not a decade, not 20 years, but over 30 years, nearly 40 years. This is boxing pound for pound number 1 Crawford going up against boxing pound for pound number 2 in Errol Spence, while they still both undefeated and on top of their game. This is a rare occasion and a one for the history book. I don't want to see either one of them lose. They both are one of my favorite fighters in the sport. But as far as my prediction, I'm picking Crawford to win by all means necessary. I think eventually he's going to catch Errol Spence with a check hook or an uppercut. Like I said before, even though Errol Spence varies his offense so well, which makes it hard to counter him, he throws too many punches for the course of 12 rounds to go 12 rounds without getting caught with something serious. Now, if Errol Spence could eat that, then Crawford is in trouble because Errol Spence's work rate is going to be hard to match. If the fight goes to distance, knowing Errol Spence's work rate, he's going to win the decision. However, my prediction is that Crawford is going to win. Therefore, drop your prediction in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of AKHi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.